Hello everyone, my name is Hikmah Hadania and today I would like to present my final project entitled A Phonological Analysis of Connected Speech in the FL Oral Presentation. This presentation discusses how English as a foreign language or FL students produce connected speech during academic oral presentation and what kinds of phonological errors commonly occur. First, let's look at the background of this study. Speaking proficiency is one of the main goals in learning English as a foreign language. However, many students still find it difficult to speak naturally during presentation. Most pronunciation lessons focus on individual words, while in real communication, native speakers connect words together. This phenomenon is known as connected speech. As a result, students often pronounce words and one by one instead of producing smooth and natural speech. This gap became the main reason why I choose this topic. Based on the background, there are several problems identified. First, many students have limited awareness of connected speech features. Second, pronunciation breakdown frequently occur during academic presentations, making communication less fluent. Third, students and then pronounce English words separately instead of connecting them naturally. In addition, there are still only a few studies discussing connected speech among Indonesian EFL university students. Therefore, this research aims to fill the gap. Slide 4, research questions. This research is guided by two main questions. The first question is, what phonological process occur in students' connected speech during EFL oral presentation? The second question is, what are the dominant error types found in students' connected speech? This question helps identify both the pronunciation processes and the common errors made by students. And slide 5, significance of the study. The study provides benefits for both teachers and students. For teachers, the findings can help improve pronunciation teaching by including connected speech in the curriculum. For students, this research encourages their awareness of natural English pronunciation, including assimilation, addition, linking, and weak forms. Ultimately, it can help students become more fluent and confident during academic presentation. And theoretical framework. Now let's move to the theoretical framework. Connected speech refers to the natural way people pronounce words continuously in conversation. Instead of saying every word separately, speakers connected sounds together. This happens because of articulation, meaning that one sound influences the sounds around it. Understanding connected speech is essential because it helps learners sound more fluent natural. The first phonological process is assimilation. Assimilation happens when one sound changes to become similar to neighboring sounds. For example, the phrase good girl is often pronounced as going girl. This makes pronunciation easier and smoother during natural speech. The second process is elision. Elision means that a sound is omitted or dropped during speech. For example, in the phrase next door, the sound is often omitted. This process helps speakers pronounce words more quickly and naturally. And linking. The third process is linking. Linking occurs when speakers connected to words smoothly, especially when one word ends with a vowel sound and the next word begins with another vowel. For example, for apples is commonly pronounced as for apples. Linking creates smoother pronunciation and improves the rhythm of spoken English. The fourth process is weak forms. Weak forms happen when grammatical words such as to, for, and are pronounced in their reduced form. For example, to becomes for becomes and becomes and. Using weak forms helps speakers sound more natural and fluent. Methodology. The research used a qualitative descriptive approach. The study focused on analyzing phonological processes in students' connected speech. The data were analyzed using three methods. First, phonetic transcription using the International Phonetic Alphabet or IPA. Second, error analysis, and finally, descriptive analysis to identify pronunciation patterns. Participants. The participants were 25 fourth semester students from the English education program at University Muhammadiyah Bogoraya. All participants are Indonesian learners of English and they were talking an academic oral presentation course during the current semesters. Data collection. The data were collected through audio and video recordings. Each participants gave a 10-minute academic presentation in English. Only recordings with clear audio quality were selected for transcription and analysis. Data analysis. The analysis consists of 4 steps. First, the spoken data were transcribed into written text. Second, each utterance was transcribed using IPA symbols. Third, phonological processes were classified into assimilation, elision, linking, and weak forms. Finally, the errors were categorized and analyzed to identify the dominant patterns. Now, findings. The findings show that students attempt to use connected speech features. However, the overall error rate was still high. A total of speech environment were identified across all presentations. Error appeared in all 4 phonological processes, indicating that students still have difficulty applying connected speech naturally. Dominant processes. Among the observed processes, linking was attempted most frequently. Students show moderate success in connection to vowel linking. On the other hand, assimilation was rarely applied correctly and many students overcorrected their pronunciation. Common error. 2 major error patterns were identified. The first is spelling pronunciation, where students pronounce words exactly as they are written. The second is fault elision, where important sounds such as plural endings or past tense endings are incorrectly omitted. These errors reduce both pronunciation accuracy and fluency. Discussion. The discussion suggests that the pronunciation problems are caused by several factors. First, pronunciation teaching often focus only on isolated words. Second, students have limited opportunities to practice connected speech in a real discourse. Other factors include first language interference and the lack of explicit instruction about connected speech. Conclusion and recommendation. To conclude, mastering individual sounds alone is not enough for fluent English speaking. Students also need to understand and practice connected speech features, including assimilation, elisions, linking, and weak forms. Therefore, connected speech training should be integrated into speaking courses through phonetic awareness, IPA transcription, and contextual speaking practice. And closing, that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope this presentation provides useful insight to the importance of connected speech in improving EFL students' pronunciation and oral presentation skills. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.